As we're underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You look at this Raiders defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they got to make sure that they don't have those. And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish a line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bowers. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Brooks is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9. Richardson looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Quick throw completed by Richardson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. The Raiders had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Richardson working from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 21 yards there on third down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Richardson looking to throw this. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now Richardson. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make the play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. His pass caught at the 4. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Richardson out of the shotgun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said, enough of that.
4th down, a give to Gibbs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Extra point up and good by Shudak. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Once again, it's Brooks. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Richardson finds Gibbs on a check down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now it's Richardson. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
On the slant, he's got Davis. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Richardson to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. First catch so far by Chase. It's a first down. Back to throw. Richardson. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Second and a couple. Looking to throw. Richardson getting the football to Davis on an out route. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the shotgun, Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Richardson on the bootleg here. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, they're the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no 1st down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. This is taken at the 23. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's man. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 3rd and 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Richardson looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the half. Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Strong running at the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Now Mahomes. Short throw caught by Bowers.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And again, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now Richardson. He finds his man, complete. That's man. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. Room here to run. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Richardson out of the shotgun. And this will be incomplete.
Well, that one fell incomplete after being tipped in the air. But I have to tell you, I had a bad flashback of going to head to the stadium stairs in practice. Because what we were always taught, any ball like that, if it's not spiked towards the ground and you actually tip it up, then that's an error on your part, because now you've given hope to the offense, maybe help create a big play for them instead of going up and either intercepting it or knocking it down. I ran many a stadium step for my errors.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Richardson working from the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's man. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Call it a gain of a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Up the middle with Brooks here. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Palmer. 9 yards that time.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. So the false start will back them up 5. Well, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Mahomes to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that'll be caught by Tony. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Harris is in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Richardson back to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's man, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
That's out wide for Palmer. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Brooks running left. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a fourth down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Raiders offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. It's taken to the 26. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Richardson. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now it's Richardson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A handoff running left, Brooks. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Once again, it's Brooks. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This will be fielded at the 17. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun, Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Gibbs straight ahead. Ooh, the juke. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Shudak. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. KC's offense ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll run again. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is taken around the 12. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Richardson. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's man. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. And the spike will come with 34 seconds to go. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Richardson to throw it. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's man. Here's 1st down. And they're able to stop it here on the spike with 3 seconds remaining. The ball on the 16 for 2nd and 10. One last shot for Richardson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense.
NFL, and we've got some history in this battle of...
Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from Buffalo. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Watson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crowd comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team.
They'll run former K-State product Deuce Vaughn. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. Running is Vaughn, and he is going to have a Bills first down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down. I think you just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They put Pickens in motion. And he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Titans offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They go right back to Taylor. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Throwing is Watson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. Well, the pressure was on there, and they do get him for the sack. Almost got a turnover out of it as well, Greg. Fortunate to keep possession.
Really fortunate, Mike. That ball ended up kind of bouncing back into a spot where the quarterback was able to fall on it, but you mentioned it. That play was very close to being a complete disaster for the offense.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Corliss Waitman now. And on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bills offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And a short pickup past the 25. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 9. Carry here for Vaughn. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jet. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit-and duck for this pass rush.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A play fake. Now Watson to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Now it's Watson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end, and he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
Illegal blocking the back. Offense. Still 1st down.
Now it's Taylor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
To throw on 2nd down is Watson. To the goal line and in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown Titans. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground, it's Vaughn. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Now Vaughn. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Titans out to the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now Jackson. That's hot. Left side. It's complete.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option. And then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Automatic first down.
1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That one into the hands of Downs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Downs goes in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. That's brought in right side by Pickens. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Now, some movement up front, flags down, mistake-filled first half continues. Now, a handoff to Singletary. And he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up 2nd and long. Throwing Jackson. Now he takes off. So hard to get a shot on Jackson. Gave himself up there after picking up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Bills. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will level things out at 7 apiece. Peralta, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Titans offense and Hollywood Brown ready for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive. First and 10. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Donovan Wilson will bring him down. Look him up on a second down and 8. Back to throw is Watson. Oh, a loose football. And the defense has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we have a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Bills offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Jackson looking to throw. To the right, that's Pitts. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Pitts is the man in motion. He'll run here with Vaughn. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And the Bills are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Jackson now. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They'll run for it. It's Singletary. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here, and certainly pays off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Titans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw is Watson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 7. Watson. They'll try to set up the screen here. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. A tight end in motion now. Off play action. Here's Watson.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Couldn't take the chance. We're going to return it from the goal line. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have come to halftime here at Orchard Park with the Bills out front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, back to you and Greg in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jonathan Brooks, a touchdown run in the victory. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in the second half. About to get started. This taken at the 5. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Jackson, this a design run. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. To the ground after the penalty, and that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that 1st down play. They face 2nd down and 7. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction. Defense. Still 2nd down.
On the handoff, Singletary. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Here's 3rd and 2. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Now Jackson. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Kyle hits. Touchdown, Bills. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And Butker on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills are out to a 21-10 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Titans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes third down. Shotgun snap to Watson. And this drive is over before it can start. Swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Titans sending out their punter. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Here's 1st and 10. They put Pickens in motion. From the pistol, Vaughn. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll try to run for it. And with defenders closing in, he says enough is enough and slides to a halt there. Big play there for the Bills. 37 yards.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
A first down throw for Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On third down, Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the 3. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense, running back Jonathan Taylor, set to take over once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around. They've made him a real weapon in the passing game. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. The Titans punting unit comes out to the field, as he'll punch it away for the 4th time today. This will be returnable from his own 15. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The home team's offense and their running back, Deuce Vaughn, headed back onto the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Pass pulled in by Vaughn. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. On the give, it's Singletary. And he'll work this out to the 23. Sidney Brown, they're on the tackle. 3rd and long. And now things are going to get more difficult. Movement up front, going to move them further back. Task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
The Bills bringing on the punt team. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field, and we need to check this call. Play fake. Now, what? This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
They win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
On second down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Now it's Watson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
This brought him out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Running is Vaughn. And he'll get forward for a couple. Chop Robinson, the man to bring him down. Second down and 8. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Downs goes in motion. Second down. Jackson. Looking middle, and he's got downs. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Jackson. In trouble, and down he goes.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field?
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now the return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. Watson now on 1st down. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down. They motion the slot man left. Play action. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. We've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of him, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing is Watson. And that is incomplete.
This this has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Downs goes in motion. On the ground, it's Vaughn. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. To the left side and taken in by Downs.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
Here comes a return, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Titans offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. To throw on 2nd down is Watson. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd. Now, 1st down throw for Watson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Watson to throw again. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. And he will score! Game on! Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off?
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Seibert out now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans back within 7. It's 24-17. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Vaughn. It'll knock him down just shy of the 40.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Singletary. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll run here with Vaughn. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Throwing Jackson. That's complete, left side to Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
They'll run here with Singletary. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. But this is taken in by a teammate. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is 2nd down and goal. Pitts is the man in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Buffalo. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Bills will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. And And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. They'll drop to throw. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Watson. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The Buffalo crowd being heard before 3rd down. To the air again, Watson. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Seibert's extra point is true. And the Titans will cut the deficit to 7. A 1-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Bills are